Today, I want to share a simple trick that will completely change how you transform long, exhausting videos into bite-sized content that actually grabs attention online. If you have ever spent hours trimming a 2-hour live stream into 10 short clips by hand, you know exactly how soul-crushing and painfully slow that process can be. The tool I have been using lately is called Vizard. And honestly, it feels like having a tiny, obsessive, professional editor living right inside your pocket. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I use it and why it has quickly become my go-to secret weapon for pumping out consistent, high-quality, short-form content. First things first, head over to the main website and keep in mind that I will drop a direct link in the description so you do not have to guess the URL later. It is entirely web-based, which means you do not need to install any heavy, bloated software on your computer, making it perfect when you are switching between multiple work machines. The sign-up process is lightning fast, allowing you to use your email or one of the common social logins to get started in just a few seconds. They even offer a generous free trial tier, so you have plenty of space to poke around and test the waters without committing to a paid plan right away. I usually sign in, click the button for a new project, and then simply drag my raw long-form video file directly into the main upload area. You have the flexibility to upload batches if you want to process a few different episodes at once, though I personally prefer focusing on one file so I can fine-tune the final output. Once your file is successfully uploaded, the system's AI immediately starts analyzing the footage, which is where things start to feel like actual magic. The system automatically scans for high-energy moments, important audience reactions, sudden topic shifts, and visually interesting cuts throughout the entire video. It then intelligently suggests a set of short, punchy clips that are specifically optimized for virality, including attention-grabbing openings and clever mini cliffhangers. I usually skim through these suggestions, except the ones that perfectly match the vibe I want, and then quickly tweak any timestamps if I need a bit more control. One major thing I love about this tool is that you absolutely do not need to be a technical editor to get polished, professional results every single time. There are built-in presets for every major platform, like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, so all your aspect ratios and length constraints are handled automatically. If you want more creative control, you can manually change the clip length, apply auto-captions, choose a specific thumbnail frame, or even add a short intro or outro. I typically leave the AI suggestions turned on for captions because it does a surprisingly solid job of handling speech-to-text accuracy and timing. You can always correct any tiny errors in the built-in editor, but for most clips, I honestly do not even bother unless there is an incredibly obvious miss here. Another really neat feature is the efficient batch workflow that saves you so much mental energy throughout your week. Suppose I have a 90-minute podcast episode and I want a whole week's worth of content. I will upload the episode and let the system pick the top 15 viral moments. Then, I use the auto-schedule feature to define exactly how often those clips should be posted, which is a massive time saver for any busy creator. That means I can easily set a posting frequency like one clip every other day, and the system will automatically queue them up for me without any extra effort. No more manually dragging files into your social media scheduler at midnight when you are half asleep and just want to go to bed. The software also comes with a convenient content calendar where you can see every single post lined up in a clear visual timeline. You can rearrange posts, edit your captions, or swap out thumbnails directly in the calendar, which makes it incredibly simple to plan out your future campaigns. If you are juggling multiple channels, this centralized view is a total lifesaver for managing, tweaking, and publishing without bouncing between 5 different apps. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, why not just use Premiere, CapCut, or those other all-in-one editors that everyone online raves about? I've been there, and while those tools are fantastic for custom creative work, they have some major downsides when it comes to turning long-form content into quick social clips. Premiere gives you total creative control, sure, but it is incredibly time-consuming and expensive if you are not a professional editor by trade. CapCut and various mobile editors are awesome for quick, on-the-fly polish. but they still require manual, tedious slice and dice work every single time. They also generally do not offer reliable scheduling or a centralized calendar, which means you are stuck doing the extra busy work manually. A lot of the so-called auto features in cheaper tools are often hit or miss. They might grab random sections or miss the context of your video entirely. By contrast, this tool is built specifically to find the parts that actually perform well on social media and package them with minimal friction. Let me walk you through a real-world example so you can truly see what I mean by high-quality automation. I uploaded a recent live stream that was about an hour long, and the system analyzed it and proposed 12 solid clips for me. Everything from a 20-second mic drop moment to a 45-second explainer segment that had some really great visual cues. I accepted 9 of them, applied auto-captions, tweaked 2 of the captions for better clarity, and chose the platform presets for TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Then I simply hit the auto-schedule button, picked the post every 3 days option, and watched the calendar populate with my content for the next month. The whole process took me maybe 12 minutes from the initial upload to having everything fully scheduled and ready to go. If I had tried to do that same thing in Premiere, it would have easily taken me several hours of tedious manual labor. Quality-wise, the clips look very clean and the cuts are sensible, ensuring that the final product does not feel like a robotic assembly. The AI respects natural sentence breaks and tries to start clips at the exact moments that hook viewers instantly. Sometimes I will adjust the in point to add just a fraction of a second for better context, but that is more like fine-tuning than actual editing. Also, the captions are fully customizable and export ready, which is absolutely clutch because captions are basically non-negotiable for engagement these days. One more practical point I want to mention is the collaboration feature, which is great if you are part of a small team or working with a client. It lets you invite teammates, leave notes on specific clips, and approve outputs before anything ever goes live on your channels. That collaboration workflow totally eliminates the send me the file, I will edit it back and forth that usually kills your project momentum. You can simply share a link to a draft clip and get feedback right there inside the app, which is super convenient. Of course, no tool is perfect, and if you want super nuanced color grading or complex visual effects, you will still need a full NLE like Premiere or Resolve. This tool is not trying to replace those heavy hitters. It is purely trying to automate and speed up the repeatable, high-volume task of generating social clips. And it does that really well. Whereas some free competitors will auto-cut clips but fail to offer the scheduling or calendar management you really need. If you care about analytics, the platform gives you basic performance tracking for your clips so you can learn what type of moments resonate with your specific audience. You can export clips in different formats, or even directly publish to certain platforms depending on your plan, which is a major time saver. For creators who are serious about growth but do not have a full-time editor, that mix of automation, scheduling, and calendar management is a huge productivity multiplier. So, if you are trying to get consistent clips out of long-form stuff like podcasts, webinars, or classes, definitely give this a shot. It shaves hours off your content pipeline and handles the boring technical bits so you can focus on being creative and connecting with your viewers. Head over to the website, sign up, upload a video, and let the AI do all the heavy lifting for you. If you are skeptical, just use the free trial to test it with one of your longer videos and compare the time you save versus editing manually. I promise it is a pleasant shock to see how quickly you can build a whole week or even a month's worth of social content with so little effort. Anyway, that is my current workflow, and if you want, I can do a follow-up where I record the actual screen walkthrough to show you each step live. I can show you exactly how to go from upload to scheduled posts so you can copy my exact settings for your own channel. Drop a comment below and let me know what platform you care about most, TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, and I will tailor the next walkthrough for that. For now, just try the tool, see how it fits your specific channel, and enjoy not spending your entire weekend chopping up long videos by hand.